Namaste. I am Dr. Nivetha, Naturopathy and Yoga physician, running Divya Bharati Naturopathy and Yoga Hospital in Coimbatore, Padma Surya Naturopathy and Yoga Hospital in Udumalpet. Actually, it is nice to have our foreign well-wisher and health seeker from Belgium. She is Leen Lua, and she will explain how the modern medicine and modern technologies is very harmful and how the holistic approach is very efficient for globally and for individually. So let us ask from her words. Let us join for this. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Nivetha. So my name, I'm gonna speak to you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So my name is Linois, as you said. I am from Belgium, so it is at the heart of European Union. So I am from a Western country and culture. I became a bioengineer and then a doctor in agricultural science. And it's a PhD that took me 8 years.
Oh, such a long program.
Very, very long. And this is precisely because I was struggling with mainstream Western science.
Okay.
To the least in agriculture, there are a lot of false truths. And for example, saying that the industrialization of agriculture is needed to feed the world. And so I was struggling because to obtain my PhD, I had to convince an institution that is in that paradigm. And all this is because of a reductionist approach.
Addictionist approach.
Reductionist.
Okay.
And this is why when you speak about naturopathy, I kind of see an analogy with agroecology. So agroecology is a different path of seeing agriculture, another way of seeing the production of food system based on natural resources and not on industrialization of agriculture. And so it is a holistic approach of farming. And I came in India because I needed some rest after all those years of research, being very close to a farming world that is devastated. And I was in Isha, not far from here, so it's an ashram of Sadhguru, but only 5 days. And after that, I didn't know what to do. And I've met Sol, that you know, so an Argentine girl that had spent 4 weeks here before coming to Isha.
Yes.
And so she told me about you, about your approach, and about the place you created. And that's how I came here, and now I'm here since 10 days, and I feel blessed.
Thank you.
Thanks for you.
Thank you. How you feel about this way of approach and the systems?
The analogy, I think, between naturopathy, so your way of managing human health, and agroecology, so not mine, but another way of managing ecosystem health, is the fact that you take everything into account. I mean, you don't see the problem and then find a solution. You know, you see the source of the problem, and then you holistically, based on the immunity of the system, you manage to make the system healthier. And when I came here, the first day you diagnosed me with a very special technique. And I was very surprised and very happy to see how that gift you have. You're going to explain that, the technique with the pulse. I would like you to explain that. But it's so a holistic way of diagnosing somebody. I mean, it's not in Western country, you have to take some blood, you take some urine, doctors send it to a lab, and then they have some quantities of I don't know what, and then you have a diagnosis. And here is completely different with your technique, and I would like you to explain that.
Okay. Pulse diagnosis is a very age-old technique. which is traditionally it is practiced by our ancestors. I can say this body is an object. If it is have a life, then only the body can move. We can see, we can eat, we can hear everything when the life force is there. We call it maybe prana or vital force, life energy, anything, the names we can call it. But without that, this body can't be alive. So only because of this life force. This life force is passing or flowing in our body through the nadis. So in our body there is more than 72,000 nadis are there. As per our traditional scriptures, there are 72,000 nadis are there. Among that, there is a 12 nadis. We call it as a Raja Nadi. So those nadis I am analyzing through the pulse diagnosis. By keeping my 3 fingers, I am observing which nadi, which flow is congested, which is deficient or dried, and what is the nature of the flow. Through that I used to check the pulse, and this I used to connect with our physical body and mind and also the life force. This physical body, I can say it is made up of 5 elements. The pulse also we used to diagnose which element is deficient, which element is excess.
Okay.